POS 114 Study Session 1 Citizenship Introduction. In this study session, you will be introduced to the meaning of citizenship and that of an alien. You will examine what makes a citizen of a particular country and why another person will be regarded as an alien in that same country. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this study session, you should be able to point out ways of acquiring citizenship, highlight the benefits of citizenship, distinguish between an alien and a citizen, discuss conditions under which an alien can become a citizen of another country, highlight some of the duties that are expected of an individual in a country, and highlight the rights of a citizen and the factors that promote these rights. Forms of citizenship. Every individual in a country claims the citizenship of a particular state or another. For example, a person whose parents came from Nigeria but live in Ghana, which is another country from where he or she was born, is a Nigerian, no matter how many years he or she has lived in Ghana. Citizenship could be through A. Birth, B. Naturalization, C. Marriage, and D. Honorary. Citizenship through birth indicates that a person is born by parents who are legal citizens of a particular country and has a birth certificate from that country too. Citizenship through naturalization is expressed when a person who has lived in a country other than his own for a certain period of time applies to the government of that country for citizenship. When the government grants him or her the citizenship of that country, that means that the person has naturalized himself or herself with that particular country. And under this condition, he or she may or may not claim the country that he came from again, depending on the rules guiding the process in each country. It is important to note that some countries do not encourage dual citizenship, meaning that a person claiming citizenship of two countries at a time. In citizenship by marriage, a Nigerian woman that got married to an American man has automatically become an American citizen with the evidence of a marriage certificate. In honorary citizenship, a person could be honored with the citizenship status of another country. It could also be the reward of an excellent performance. Hint: there is no one that does not belong to a particular country, and that is why we have Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Americans among others. Benefits of a citizen. 1. It helps one to enjoy full political and civil rights. A citizen can become the president. 2. A citizen can be part of every sector of the Nigerian economy. He or she can buy into government shares. 3. A citizen enjoys government protection both within and outside the country. And 4. A citizen can boast of a permanent place of abode. Differences between a citizen and an alien. Reflection. Let's first look at who an alien is. Who is an alien? An alien is one who does not possess or acquire the citizenship of a particular country where he or she resides, either through birth, naturalization, or marriage. Now let's look at the differences between a citizen and an alien. 1. A citizen enjoys full civil and political rights, which an alien does not enjoy. For example, a citizen can vote and be voted for, but an alien cannot enjoy such a privilege. 2. A citizen has the right to perform all the known legal jobs in the country, while an alien is exempted from basic jobs for security reasons. A citizen of a country can be recruited into the Nigerian police and can work with the Nigerian minting company, but an alien cannot be considered for such security jobs. 3. A citizen takes his or her country as his or her permanent home of abode and can refer to it in case of an emergency, but an alien cannot claim the country where he is not a citizen of. A citizen of Nigeria residing in Ghana can seek full complement from the Nigerian embassy in Ghana, but an alien cannot enjoy such a privilege. 4. A citizen owes allegiance to his or her country, while an alien cannot do that. 5. More importantly, a citizen of a country is a legal member of his or her country, and he or she enjoys full privileges that go with such a legal right in and outside his or her country. Unfortunately, an alien is exempted from such rights granted to citizens as a legal member. Conditions for citizenship. Conditions under which an alien can become a citizen of another country include the following. 1. The person must have stayed or resided in that country for a period of 15 years upward. 2. He or she must have married a citizen for a period of 5 years. 3. He must have contributed to the growth and development of the country. 4. He must have good character and must have been tested and proven over time, and at least 2 persons must attest to his or her conduct. 5. He must renounce his former nationality. 6. The applicant of citizenship must take an oath of allegiance. 7. He must be of a mature age. Duties and obligations of a citizen. In every country, a citizen has some duties or roles to perform. All the roles, duties, and obligations of the citizens are written in the country's constitution. These roles, obligations, and duties shall be our focus in this section. Duties are roles that are expected to be performed by an individual in a country. The roles can either be moral or rational. It is through the duties that an individual that resides in a country can show his or her sense of belonging or loyalty. Note: duties are different from rights in the sense that rights are privileges that are enjoyed by an individual in a country, and it is backed by law. See section 6 of this study session for discussion on rights. Some of the duties that are expected of an individual in a country include the following. 1. Payment of taxes. A citizen is expected to pay taxes regularly, as at when due. It is through these taxes that the government realizes money that will be used for developmental purposes, and this actually gives each citizen the right to question government spending, especially when he or she realizes that the government is spending more than necessary, or when the government embezzles public funds. 2. A citizen has to vote during elections. Every citizen is duty-bound to vote and be voted for in an election. When a citizen is not considered a lunatic or a criminal, and he or she is 18 years of age and above, he or she can vote and be voted for in an election. That is why men and women are being encouraged to participate in the political matters of the state. Through voting, a citizen can equally perform his or her civic duty. 3. A citizen must be law-abiding and respect the law of the land. That means that whether you are rich or poor, every citizen is duty-bound to obey the law. This attitude encourages orderliness in the society. 4. Citizens must be loyal and patriotic to the cause of his or her country. When a citizen is considered as being loyal and patriotic in the state, that means that the citizen has totally committed himself to the cause, growth, and development of his fatherland, and the state can vouch for such an individual as a dependable citizen of the state. 5. Citizens should show respect for national symbols. There are some national symbols that each state of the world cherishes and values. Citizens are expected to value such national symbols both within and outside the country. For example, the national anthem is one of such values of the state. Citizens are expected to learn and recite the national anthem and stand erect at attention whenever the national anthem is being sung. Also, the national flag is equally to be respected, both within and outside the country, for the flag stands as a symbol of authority. 6. He or she must report any security risk matters to the government. Reporting security matters to the government is a way of showing sense of belonging and patriotism to the cause of our fatherland. Only the security agents, such as the police, cannot uphold the integrity or maintain law and order. It is therefore our responsibility as good citizens of the state to support the security agents in maintaining peace. One can do this by giving useful information to the security agents, which might help them to perform their duties efficiently. 7. He or she must respect other people's rights. There is an adage which states that where one's right stops is where another man's right begins. What this connotes is that one should not infringe upon the rights of the others in the state. That is why the Constitution promotes rule of law and equality of all citizens before the law. No citizen should be above the law of the land. All must be treated equally. 8. He or she must protect national integrity. Every citizen is considered as an ambassador of his country, both within and outside his country, and he should be able to defend his country wherever the need arises. For example, every citizen is expected to offer useful information or display good character and attitude that will promote the good image of his fatherland. That is why government discourages criminal acts such as drug pushing among its citizens, for these acts bring shame and dishonor to the country. Rights of citizens. As noted in the last section, rights are privileges that are enjoyed by an individual in a country, and they are backed by law. In this section, we will explore some of the rights you enjoy as an individual in a country, discuss some of the factors that promote individual rights, and explain the conditions under which rights of an individual can be withdrawn. Fundamental human rights. These are rights that individuals in the country cannot do without. They are often stated in every country's constitution, and they include the following: 1. Right to life. 2. Right to private and family life. 3. Right of association. 4. Right to freedom of movement. 5. Right to fair hearing in the law courts. 6. Right to personal liberty. 7. Right to dignity of human person. 8. Right to freedom of expression and press. 8. Right to freedom of expression and the press. 9. Right to quality education. 10. Right to hold public office, no matter how sensitive. 11. Right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. 12. Right to freedom from discrimination on grounds of sex, race, or creed, or political opinion and association. Factors that protect individual rights. 1. Supremacy of the Constitution. The Constitution of an individual country gives strength and legal backing to the rights of an individual. If the rights of an individual are to be protected, the Constitution must be supreme. That is, it must be the all-in-all of the land without anyone being able to influence it. 2. Equality before the law. Rights of an individual can be protected when there is an equality of all individuals before the law. Everybody, rich or poor, must be treated equally in legal matters. 3. Independent judiciary. When the judiciary, which is the custodian of the law, is independent of all forms of influences, then individual rights can be protected. 4. Separation of power. Another factor that protects individual rights in a country is that there should be separation of power among the organs of government. The organs are the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. The separation of power will enable all these organs to serve as watchdogs for one another and prevent reckless arbitrariness on individual rights. 5. Freedom of the press. If the freedom of the press is guaranteed, the press will fearlessly protect and safeguard the rights of the citizens. 6. Enhanced democratic rule. Rights of citizens will be more protected and safeguarded. Rights of citizens will be more protected and safeguarded better under the influence of democratic rule, where votes and voices of an individual counts for good governance in the country. Conditions under which rights may be withdrawn. Even though the Constitution allows certain privileges or rights for individuals, there are still certain conditions under which such rights can be withdrawn, and they include: 1. When a person is insane, that is, a lunatic. 2. A person that has been adjudged a criminal by the law courts. 3. An alien is equally exempted from certain rights, e.g., security jobs such as police and civil defense corps. And 4. Citizens could be denied of their rights during emergency periods. Study session summary. In this study session, you learned that a person is regarded as a citizen of a particular country after he or she has acquired the citizenship either through birth, naturalization, marriage, or on honorary grounds. An individual that resides in a particular country is expected to perform certain roles or duties. It could be moral or rational. It is an expectation that may not be enforced on an individual, even though there are consequences. But it is believed that an individual should show sense of belonging and patriotism through these duties. You also examined rights. These are privileges which the Constitution allows an individual in a country to enjoy. But it is not all individuals that can enjoy this right. It depends on the conditions and status of each person. But generally, rights are fundamental to the existence of any individual in the country. End of study session 1. Thanks for listening.